back to commentate on race 40, I believe it is, 500cc side cars. Then we will have a reform of the 350 race just gone.
Yeah, I've been listening to everything Simon has said. Somebody's given you an update from Paul Cooper. The situation with Paul is that in practice the John Harvey engine seized, and we've just seen him have another seizure problem, and I believe he has got access to another motor, and he really wanted to know if he qualified for the final. Well, the girls are busy working it out, but we've told him to go away, put the engine in anyway, and if he qualifies for the final, then he will. Right, he hasn't qualified. Right, race 40. Shaun Harvey, Wayne Reid, Brian Canning, Scott. Into the first turn, it is Harvey leading again. With, in second place, Lester and Andy Goodwin, but once again we see Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg leading up the back straight, hotly pursued by Lester and Andy Goodwin. That's the 1-2 at the moment. Wayne Reid back with the bunch as they come on. Brian Canning in third place. Brian Canning in a super third place at the moment, but Wayne Reid and Clive Preston trying to go around the outside on the bottom turn, but Brian Canning and Stephen George holding them up. But the 1-2 is Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg out in front by about 20-30 metres from the left and Andy Goodwin second. Trying to come up the inside now. Number 56, Wayne Reid and Clive Preston. Problems there for Scott Francis and Paul Fisher. They pull into the middle as Harvey and Hogg just pull away from the Goodwins. They're 50-60 metres up as they go into the padded turn for the third time. Last lap track is ready. Number 62, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. Champions in 2004, champions in 2005. Are they going to make it 3 in a row? Lester and Andy Goodwin still there in second. Brian Canning and Steve George having the best ride of the afternoon as we look to our left. It is going to be yet another win for number 52, Shaun Harvey, Danny Hogg. Second place goes to number 3, Lester and Andy Goodwin. Third place to Brian Canning and Steve George. And fourth place to Wayne Reid and Clive Preston. Young Wayne really had a disappointing championship final all the way up from Poole, and well, his day will come. So race number 40 sponsored by NTB Racing, race 40 sponsored by NTB Racing, a win for number 72, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. In second place number 3, Lester and Andy Goodwin. In third place number 49, Brian Canning and Steve George. And in fourth place number 56, Wayne Reid and Clive Preston. The time 1 minute 32.09, 1 minute 32.09. Those numbers again are 72, 3, 49 and 56.
Thank you, Brian. Right, race 39. As you recall, Teri Massingham got tangled up coming down from the start towards the first corner. I believe she's got an ankle that's a little bit of a problem. I'm not quite too sure how big a problem it is, but she's got a cut mouth, cut hands. She was just a little bit uncomfortable out in the track, but her dad Keith tells me that she'll be okay. She's a fighter. And we've got the reline up of that race, rerun of race 39, sponsored by Phillips Joinery. And off we go. Down the straight past Bob Dolman into the first turn. Mark Taylor in second place. Lee Gayden in third. But there goes Taylor on the outside. But Bob Dolman, he's down the back straight as we have a faller in John Cox on that first turn. But Dolman in the lead. Taylor on the outside on the RTS Viper. High, wide and mighty. Trying to move the speed. Rolling after the hour 350. Richard Smith now starting to wind on. Smith goes on the outside of Mark Taylor. Here we go, down the back straight. He's winding it up is Richard Smith, the ex-250 British champion of 1996. Smith on the outside, Taylor on the inside, Dolman in the middle. Smith the long way on, but Dolman just holding on. Here goes Richard Smith again, absolutely winding that jaw right up there. Here he comes past Dolman into the lead. Superb piece of riding, almost long track style down the back straight. Richard Smith, take your hat off to him, he's on good points this afternoon. Little bit of shape down there. Dolman's holding on, just a bit in Holland. I'm pretty sure lives in Switzerland now. He usually flies over for these meetings. There's Matt Taylor now in third place. He's going to line up Dolman as they go down that back straight. He has a look back, this Taylor. Probably settling for the points, by the way. He's just riding Barry Simpson, the red car, Speedway, start-finish marshal. Gives the flag to 33, Richard Smith. Second, Bob Dolman. Third, Matt Taylor. And fourth, number 116, Lee Gayden. Fifth, 51, local guy, Peter Walbaugh. Another good race. Take your hat off to Richard Smith. He didn't make the best of starts, and he wound that jolly up, went on the outside lines, a little bit of grip out there now where the dirt's been thrown out, hooked into that dirt and came round Bob Dolman and Matt Taylor and went away for the good win. Official result when I get my voice back. In a good time of 1:30.09, it's not too bad a time, was a win for number 33, Richard Smith. You've got to bear in mind he wasted time getting by there. Second place, 16, Bob Dolman. Third place, 70, Matt Taylor. Fourth place, 116. Fifth place, 51. Time again was 1:30.09. And again from the top, 33, 16, 70, 116 and 51. Lining us up very nicely for the finals. I'm now going to hand you back over to Brian for the sidecar commentary. Excellent race, and I can't wait for this.
Yeah, brilliant. We've had some super racing today. Conditions perfect. We're coming to the most important part of the meeting very shortly, which is a draw for the little bike. And we have had people come and say they haven't had raffle tickets. If you haven't had a raffle ticket, the lady stood on my left is selling them, and they're £2 a strip. And the first prize is a little bike, 49cc, suitable for, I think Simon said 6 to 60, which, well, I'm going to say 6 to 70, and then that includes me. I'm going to change what you said. It's for 6-year-olds to 70-year-olds, and then I can ride it, you see. So it's a lovely little thing. I'm not sure where it's made, but you've got cantilever suspension and all that. The only trouble is, I don't think it'll go in the boot of my car to get it back to Shropshire, but never mind. If I win it, I'll take it apart. Right, I was told that Steve Webster was coming down to present this, and Mick Webster here as well. I'm not sure whether they're still here. I'm old enough to remember when Mick Webster was racing and won the British Championship back in 66 and 67 with, who else was around in those days? Dave Hunter and people like that. This goes back a long, long time. But if the Websters are still here, I think the organisers would like to see them to do the draw. I think they want you involved in the presentation as well. Race 41, sponsored by and good start, Nick Radley. Radley leads as they go into the first turn. Tony Cook at the back at the moment, so it's Radley leads as they go up the back straight. Mike Reed there in second place with Mark Hopkins in the chair, and Tony Cook making a move on the outside from the back, but as they come off the end, it's Radley and number 156, Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd, they're in third place, but they get away with it, they're okay. Tony Stark and Andy Sweetin in fourth at the moment, and still at the back Tony Cook and Phil Stoneman. So look to our left, and leading still Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. So Radley go into the final with, I would guess, second highest points of the day, but that's only my opinion. Looks as though Craig Matheson are going to win the final in second place on points. Cookie now right at the back in the green, trying to come round the outside of Tony Stark and Andy Sweetin, but Tony's having none of it. Oh, Cookie tries to come up the inside now. That makes it 21. Nick Radley came up from the the Church flag. 57 Mike Reed, Mark Hopkins. And in third place it was Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd, and Tony Cook and Phil Stoneman just getting fourth ahead of Tony Stark and Andy Sweeting. Another good sidecar race. Race 41 sponsored by Bailey Motorsport. Here the girls are on form today. We've already got the official result. Race 41 sponsored by Bailey Motorsport. A win for number 21 Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. In second place number 57 Mike Reed and Mark Hopkins. In third place number 156 Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd. Fourth was number 10 Tony Cook and Phil Stoneman. And fifth number 23 Tony Stark and Andy Sweeting. The time 1 minute 32.63, 132.63. Those numbers again for race 41 are 21, 57, 156, 10 and 23. And the lineup is Simon Beard and Stuart Supple, number 4, number 143 Keith Richards and Adam Young, number 7 Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes, number 123 Paul Moorcock and John Cook, 118 Scott Dunn and Neil Pocknell, and number 5 Dave Higgins and Clive Wheatstone. So we should have 6 outfits on the line for race 42, the last 500cc sidecar heat of the afternoon. Right, we look to our left, outfits circling. Right, a reminder that we are having the raffle during the interval for this mini bike. If you've not had tickets, the ladies behind me are selling raffle tickets, the last few to be sold, and the raffle will be during the interval in about 10 minutes time. So get your raffle tickets if you haven't already had any, and somebody is going to take home a little bike. Rob tells me it's about 400 quid worth, well worth winning. So we hope to have somebody of note in the raffle. Right, looking to our left, the last 500 sidecar heat of the afternoon. Simon Beard, Keith Richards, Barry Bennett, Paul Moorcock. Comes up, and Dave Higgins. Barry Bennett gets a good start. Very good. Very, very quickly. Scott Dunn. Doing. Oh, thanks so much, Jim. Right, away we go. Paul Moorcock who leads with John Cook as they go in the first turn. The rest of them absolutely side by side. Barry Bennett right on the inside. Scott Dunn's up there, but it's his as they go down the back straight. 1, 2, 3. Paul Moorcock and John Cook leading by about 20 metres as they come off the bend. Very close to second. Simon Beard on there. Barry Bennett on the inside. And Barry Bennett trying to go through on the inside of Simon Beard on the bottom turn. And Barry Bennett makes it. So Bennett and Ivan Hughes take up second place. Relegated Simon Beard and Stuart Supple to third. Barry Bennett now on his way after Paul Moorcock and John Cook, but Paul Moorcock and John Cook are about a 20 metre lead as they come on number 4, Simon Beard. That's the 1, 2, 3, and Barry Bennett really trying all he knows up the back straight to get on terms with Paul Moorcock and John Cook, and Bennett making up a lot of ground into the paddock turn with a lap to go. It's those two out in front. Having by a wing, Barry Bennett on the inside, gets it all locked up. A good scrap for third as well. Currently Simon Beard and Stuart Supple still there in third into the last turn. Barry Bennett going to make a big effort, tries to come on the inside, but I don't think he's going to do it. Paul Moorcock, John Cook, Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes in second. Third place goes to Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. Fourth place goes to Scott Dunn and Neil Pocknell, and fifth place to Dave Higgins and Clive Wheatstone. Confirmation of that in just a moment. Right, 1, 2, 3 is the winner of race 40. John Cook. In second place, number 7, Barry Bennett and Ivan Hughes. In third place, number 4, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. Fourth, number 118, Scott Dunn and Neil Pocknell. And in fifth place, number 5, Dave Higgins and Clive Wheatstone. The time for that was 136.69, 136.69. And those numbers again for race 42 are 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, 1, 1, 8, 5. Race 43 on your programme, sponsored by Eric and Sue Dillon. Just 2 more races to go, then we're going to have a short interval, and we are going to have a short interval while the girls work out all the qualifiers for the finals, which is quite a complex job at a meeting of this level. And we're going to have the draw for the little mini bike. Like I say, if you've not had tickets, you can see the ladies to my left, and they also buy some raffle tickets, very reasonable cost. Right, don't forget, we've still got Bob up at the top of the scaffolding doing the video. We've got Bob's video during before, you've got a high quality job. Yeah, before they are done, recommended. And see Bob try another video today, but virtually everything starts out like this. Right, sponsored by Eric and Dylan. Away we go. Close to be. It is going to be Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. As they go in the bottom turn, Steve Dowling, Neil Smith, they lead. Up the back straight for the first time, crew number 34. Just 4 outfits in this one. And things getting a little bit close as they go into the paddock turn for the first time. And it's Dowling, and Will Pinfold and Kevin Pinfold trying to get through on the inside, but no, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith hold them off, and we've got a problem over to our left. One outfit has come to a halt, and we do have a red flag, so no harm done. Rider is okay, and the red flag is up, so we're going to have a rerun of race 43. Number 5, Craig Scott and Les Sutton have been excluded from the rerun of race 43. They were the cause of the race stoppage. So, as per regulations, if you cause the race to be stopped, then you are excluded by the clerk of the course from the rerun. Right, looking to our left, we've got race 44 on the line, sponsored by Colin. Away we go with race number 44. In this we've got number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. As they go into the first turn, it looks very much like Graham Hilton out in front, with Martin Cuff there in second place, and Drew Evans, the South Wales driver, and Darren Morris in third place. But it's all pretty close as they go on today. Cuff and Evans trying to go through on the inside of Cuff, which he does, but he goes wide, very, 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 very wide. And Drew Evans and Darren Morris unfortunately lost a lot of ground there. They lost 2 places and about 100 metres. So, the order is now out in front, Graham Hilton and Colin very close to second. Between Martin Cuff and number 72, Glyn Drake and Marcus Phillips. Drake trying to go through on the inside, but Cuff is having none of it. Evans trying to get back on terms with it, but he's back in 4th place. Here comes Drake again, trying to go through on the inside of the B-twin gun. Drake on the inside, Cuff on the outside, Cuff looks on the animal there, he lost a lot of time. And now it's Glyn Drake in second place, and it's Drew Evans trying to go around the outside of him. Martin Cuff back in 4th place, back with the leader though. That is still number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark, but here comes Evans trying to get that second spot. Hilton and Clark, they take it. Over the second. Just getting there, number 72, Glyn Drake and Marcus Phillips. In 3rd place, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. And then disappointing Martin Cuff. I think he got a bump on the top turn, which put him back quite a way. So official result of that in just a moment. Race 44, sponsored by Comp. Right, the official result of race 34, a win there for number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. In second place, number 4, Drew Evans and Darren Morris. In third place, number 128, Martin Cuff and Steve North. And in fourth place, number 8, Paul Grayson and John Grayson. Just 4 finishers in race 44. The time 1 minute 44.62, 1 minute 44.62. The numbers again from the top are 151, number 4, number 128 and number 8. You will see that number 72 does not appear in the final result because he has been excluded by the clerk of the course for bumping on the paddock turn. So number 72 has been excluded by the clerk of the course. Race 43, a rerun without number 5, Craig Scott and Les Sutton. They were the cause of the stoppage, so they will not take part in the rerun. So race 43, we should have 4 outfits. I think we're probably going to have 3. That's Steve Downing, number 34, with Neil Smith in the chair, Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold, number 22, and Billy Penfold and Andy Wood, number 23. Just 3 outfits for the rerun of race 3. Time for race 43, rerun race 43, the last piece of the afternoon. That's the final. Outfits on the line, Will Penfold, Billy Penfold and Steve Dowling. First to show on the inside, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. So it's Dowling and Smith lead from Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold in second place. Third, Billy Penfold and Andy Wood, but Billy Penfold comes through on the inside of Will Penfold. So that's the 1, 2, 3. Steve Dowling and Neil Smith have got away 20 metres, 30 metres up on the 2 Penfolds. But here comes Will Penfold and the outside of Billy Penfold. But he's having none of it. So the order's still the same. Steve Dowling and Neil Smith out in front by some 40 metres. Steve looks behind him, knows he's got everything under control. With Billy Penfold still holding second, Will Penfold still there in third place. Well, Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold at the back just taking things easy. I think they're going to be happy to settle for third, get some points hopefully and get them into the final. As we look to our left, the last lap flag is and Neil Smith. They've got everything under control on the last lap. Nobody particularly pushing themselves as we wait for the checkered flag, and it's going to be a formality. Race 43, sponsored by Eric and Sue Dillon. A win for number 34, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. Second place, number 23, Billy Penfold and Andy Wood. And in third place, number 22, Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold. I think we can confirm that as the official result. We'll just give you the official time for race 43. Indeed, it was a win for number 34, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. Second place, number 23, Billy Penfold and Andy Wood. Third, number 22, Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold. And the time, 1:44.75, 1:44.75. Those numbers for race 43, sponsored by Eric and Sue Dillon, are 34, 23 and 22.
I'm going to have a pound on David Knowles. Right, I've got to support the local rider. This is the British 250cc final. Everything hinges on this. If Neil Taylor wins this race, he will be British champion. If David Knowles or Lee Street win this race, they will be British champion. We're on the start line of the 250cc 2006 British final, sponsored by Chris and Bridget Knowles. This is going to be one hell of a race. A big charge down to the first corner. It's choice of gates from the points over the meeting to Neil Taylor. Will have got the first choice for the revving up. The start marshal marching across the line, pushes the odd wheel back. The legs look kind of the pipeline to start gates this afternoon. The British final's about to start and away we go. Coming down, we've got a rider over the back. And it is Neil Taylor going into the first turn in the lead. Neil Taylor, is he on his way to the British 250cc Championship? I think it's Lee Street in second place, the reigning British champion, but we've got a red flag out. Red flag stopping the race. Right, I've just got the information that Adam Shipp was the rider that went over coming off the start line. Now whether he's allowed back in the rerun, I'm not too sure at this point, but it was Adam Shipp who went over the back of the bike. Adam, of course, is in joint second at the moment on 31 points. Right, that was a very good start there on the KTM engined RTS from Neil Taylor in that first run, but Lee Street looked as though he was going to be putting the challenge on Neil, so we're awaiting the rerun of the 250s. Right, Adam Shipp will be excluded from the rerun, so that's Adam Shipp's British Championship over. Very bad luck for Adam Shipp, and that's the first time I've seen Adam actually go over the back of a bike, but that shows the tension that comes on the start line in a situation where you're racing for the title of British champion. It's a shame for Adam Shipp. We've got sympathy up here at the commentary box. Real shame for Adam Shipp. Now the British Championship. Here we go, one more time. Dave Knowles, the lead street, needs to overhaul Neil Taylor, but here we come down, and it's Knowles on the outside, Taylor on the inside. Neil Taylor leads into that first turn. David Knowles in second place. Knowles gets it wound on that KTM. Two KTMs, one a 4-stroke, one a 2-stroke, down into the pit stern. Neil Taylor fighting for the title of British 250 champion, but David Knowles coming through on the inside. Knowles swings back. Lee Street now joins the party. Lee Street in third place, going on the outside line, trying to get that speed built up, but David Knowles is the man in second place, trying to stop Neil Taylor becoming British champion for the first time. As Neil Street gets the KTM 4-stroke wound up, 2 laps left to go. Street now, Street and Wells both putting Knowles under some pressure. David Knowles there, still in second place. Street on the high and wide. Here comes Lee Street in third place. Gary Wells in fourth place. Knowles on the inside, Street on the outside. Is Street going to keep it wound on the outside? Is on the high and wide. Here comes Lee Street. Definitely wants to be British champion. Lee Street is now taking the challenge up with a lap to go to Neil Taylor, the reigning British champion. Lee Street goes down the back straight in second place as Gary Wells goes under David Knowles into that turn. But put your hands together, give this guy a huge round of applause, because this is the new British 2006 champion. What a fantastic, fantastic 250 final that was. Right, we would hope we would have a parade lap from the 250 finalists, so if you can hear me down in the pit boxes, send these riders round for a lap of honour, and please, please give every single rider a huge round of applause this afternoon. There's one very, very excited Neil Taylor down there. It's his first British Championship, and on equipment like that, who knows, he could be getting a whole lot more in the future. He's been around a few years now as Neil. He knows the game inside out. He doesn't panic under pressure. He's got the right setup and the right bike. A big round of applause, please, for the 250cc British finalists. Paul Simmons, there goes Neil Taylor, Lee Street, David Knowles, Gary Wells, Scott Campos, and 82 comes by me. Wonderful, wonderful rider, Chris Still. What a great 250cc British Championship we have had this year. I am now going to give you the official result of the British 250 final. And it was a win for number 17, Neil Taylor, in a time of 1 minute 34.18. Second place, 64, David Knowles. Third place, 75, Lee Street. No, I've got the results wrong here. Sorry, I've misread this. Second place, 75, Lee Street. Third place, 70, Gary Wells. Fourth place, 64, David Knowles. Fifth place, 31. Sixth place, 82. Seventh place, 78. So again, in a time of 1:34.18, it was a win for 17. 75 in second. Third, 70. Fourth, 64. Fifth, 31. Sixth, 82. And seventh, 78. Right, here we go, looking down the list, a very, very tight 350 British final here. Martin Williams is 1 point in the lead, so Martin needs to win this 350 final. Jason Handley and Jamie Rodgers are 1 point behind on 32 points. Could we have Steve Webster and Mick Webster please up to the presentation booth behind the commentary box? That's Steve Webster, the 10 times world sidecar champion, and Mick Webster, ex-British 1000cc sidecar champion. Thank you. Right, we've got the bikes on the line. This is one hell of a ride. Paul Cooper can be a spoiler in here. Barry Powell can. Mark Taylor's had some good racing this afternoon, but I think really we're going to be looking at the two riders, Handley and Rodgers, to try and stop Martin Williams winning his first British title. And where we go from the tape, who is sitting the front? It is the present British champion and 5 times British champion Jason Handley. He is going to try and equal Steve Schofield's 6 British titles, but he's got a tiger on his tail. Handley goes into the pit turn. This is Jason Handley round the pit turn, keeps looking back, he knows all about pressure. He's got Martin Williams behind him, Richard Smith. Then comes Jamie Rodgers. Jamie Rodgers gets out of shape, is in 4th place. Richard Smith in 3rd. Rodgers gets passed there by Paul Cooper. But back at the front, we have Jason Handley looking at title number 6. An incredible result here. It's amazing for rider 95, Jason Handley. Martin Williams on 2nd place. It's an incredible debut in the 350 British final. He came in as reserve. He's been on fire all afternoon. Richard Smith, very, very impressive back in 3rd place. 1 lap to go. John Hamilton from Norfolk has tuned Jason Handley's engines now in 2005 on the 350 and 500s to great results. And in 2006, this is a John Hamilton tuned machine of Jason Handley taking the 6th British title. Martin Williams, Richard Smith, Paul Cooper, Jamie Rodgers, 82, 19, and Mark Williams at number 70. Right, this is an incredible moment in Jason Handley's racing career. He's equalled the legendary Steve Schofield, and I also believe Alf Hagen, is that correct, Brian, on 6 British titles. We aren't sure about Alf Hagen, but we think he won 6, but certainly Scoey did. Big round of applause, please, for the new British. In fact, he's keeping it for the 2nd year running, 6 times British champion, Jason Handley. Big round of applause. Been fantastic racing this afternoon for Richard Smith, number 33. 25, Martin Williams. 77, Jamie Rodgers. We're going to get the official result of the 350 final. It is a win in a time of 1:26.03. I think that's the fastest time of the day, quite fitting for the 350 final. A fantastic effort from 95 Jason Handley. Second, 25 Martin Williams. Third, number 33 Richard Smith. Fourth, 11, 6th, 5th, 77, 6th, 82, 7th, 19, and 8th, number 70. Again, the winning time, the fastest of the afternoon, 1:26.03. And from the top, 95, 25, 33, 11, 77, 82, 19, and 70. That was race 46, the 350 British final, sponsored by SDA, Simon Ashworth. Right, what I'm going to do now is hand you over to Brian again for the 500cc British final.
Right, trying to push on, time's getting late. 500 Tycar final. As we said earlier, the position after the 3 heats, Shaun, Harvey and Danny Hogg on 21 points. Crew number 72. Crew number 21, Nick Radley and Craig Matheson on 19. Number 3, Lester Goodwin and Andy Goodwin on 17. Number 4, Simon Mears, Stuart Doppel on 15. 156, Alan Morgan, Martin Boyd on 13. Scott Francis, 69 on 12. Paul Fisher in the chair. So it is all about Shaun Harvey and Nick Radley. If Radley beats Harvey, he's British champion. If Harvey wins, he's obviously the winner. Right, 500 British sidecar final 2006. The reigning champion Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, number 72. 500 sidecar final 2006. Who's it going to be? Harvey or Radley? Right, the start line marshal, seat drive, everything under control. Shaun Harvey, 72, 21 Nick Radley, 3 Lester Goodwin, 4 Simon Beard, 156 Alan Morgan, 69 Scott Francis, all eyes on Harvey and Radley. Who's it going to be? They won the final 20 years ago. Nick Radley the driver and Shaun as the passenger. But that was 20 years ago. Today's today. Harvey and Hogg going for the 3rd British Championship in 3 years. Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. We got a yellow flag. I'm not sure what's going on up there. But we got all 6 outfits on the line. Nerves will be stretched. The Stargate elastic will be stretched. Clutch cables will be stretched. But we still have a yellow flag. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Clark of the course is, of course, Rob Smith, who's top HCU official. Rob Smith got everything under control. They're being called to the line. The British final 2006. Who's it going to be? Harvey, Radley. Lester and Ant will probably go and win and prove me wrong. So, on the line, away they go. Even break. Very quick up the outside. Simon Beard is Simon Beard goes to the front. But Beard is gobbled up on the first turn, and that is unbelievably close. So, it is Radley and Harvey. Simon Beard's up there as well. Goodwin's up there, but as they come off the turn, it is by an with Harvey, with Radley. Push it. But it's Harvey, Radley. We lose Alan Morgan on the start finish straight, so back to the leaders on the back straight, and it is still Harvey leading by a whisker with Danny Hogg in the chair, but Nick Radley and Craig Matheson trying to come through on the inside, but Harvey holds it off. Harvey leads, Radley second, here comes Nick, loses a little bit on the bottom turn, Shaun gets the drive. So Harvey leads as they go up the back straight for the third time, last lap flag at the ready. Harvey and Danny Hogg, are they on the way to the third British time in 3 years? But here comes Radley on the inside again, Nick Radley. And Craig Matheson is not beaten yet. And Radley trying to go around the outside, I think he's gone too wide. He's trying to get the speed up the back straight. He's making ground, making ground, making ground. It's all about Radley. Can he come through on the inside on the last turn? Shaun Harvey on the outside, Radley on the inside. Wow, what a final. Harvey and Danny Hogg get there by a whisker. Radley and Craig Matheson second. I lost track of who was there. It had to be Lester Goodwin, but what a tremendous final. These two, well, all four of them, big mates off the track, but what a final. That was superb stuff. Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg, the champions for the third year running. But what a tremendous performance by Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. Well done, Shaun, well done, Danny. Lester Goodwin and Andy Goodwin. 21, Nick Radley, Craig Matheson. Tremendous stuff. Number 4, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. And if you can get better racing and tell me where it is, I'll go and watch. Right, the winner of the 500 sidecar final. First place, number 72, Shaun Harvey, Danny Hogg. In second place, number 21, Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. In third place, Lester Goodwin and Andy Goodwin. In fourth place, Simon Beard and Stuart Supple. In fifth place, number 156, Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd. And in sixth place, number 123, Paul Moorcock. So the numbers again from the top are 72, 21, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. Not finishing the final was Alan Morgan and Martin Boyd. The time 132.31, 132.31. Right, we come on to the last race of the day. Beat that. Right, we've got the result overall of the 350 final, which Simon will give you straight after this race. But we move on to the last race of the day, the 1000cc left-handed sidecar. Number 4, Drew Evans, Darren Morris on 24 points. Number 128, Martin Cox, Steve Norton 23, Graham Hilton, Colin Clark 22, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith 20, Billy Penfold, Andy Cook 17, Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold 16. That's the lineup. Any one of three could win it. Number 4, Drew Evans. Number 128, Martin Cox. Number 151, Graham Hilton. Whoever wins the race will win. Away we go. Drew Evans. Tremendous start from Drew Evans. He leads as they go into first turn. Marty Cuff there in second place. But it's the Welshman who leads. Drew Evans and Darren Morris, they lead as they go around the bottom turn. Hotly pursued by number 128 there. That's Martin Cuff and Steve North. And here comes Cuff on the inside of Evans. And Cuff pushing on that V-twin gun. And he gets to the front. Martin Cuff goes to the top. Drew Evans 38 in the second. And down the finish straight, things getting really exciting. 3 abreast as they go past us. And Martin Cuff has got away. Cuff then and Steve North in the chair. They lead the final by about 20-30 metres. That gun's been smoking just a little bit all day, but it's sure going quick. So, Martin Cuff and Scott North is to lead the final. Round the outside, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. Will Penfold and Kevin Penfold the back, and we got a spell on the bottom turn. The Welsh boys have gone over, and that was a nasty one. And I think one of the Penfolds has gone as well. So we got a red flag, and well, the Penfolds certainly on their feet, and the Welsh boys I think have taken a knock. and obviously the race is stopped. Rob, very experienced man, of course, ACU official, that's his decision, and number 4 is excluded from the results in the final because he caused the race to be stopped, but the result stands at the end of 2 laps.
Dennis Teasdale, so he was a 1981 British 1000cc or sidecar champion at that time. I remember Dennis with passengers like John Arkle and Barry Wright on that beautiful HRD Vincent that sat behind us this afternoon. A big welcome to Dennis Teasdale, please. Right, Dennis is our guest of honour, or one of our guests of honour this afternoon, and he will be presenting some of the trophies to the champions of the 2006 British 250cc, 350cc solos and 500 and 1000cc left-hand sidecar championships. But very quickly, we would like to thank everybody who's put a huge effort into organising this meeting this afternoon. Especially the sponsors. Without the sponsors, this meeting would not have happened. We've had some superb sponsorship, and I'm sure you all agree that this meeting has been a huge success with a fantastic racetrack, and it's really only been made possible by all the sponsors in your programmes. So thank you very much to the sponsors. Also to the Lakes Grasstrack Racing Club for helping with the starting gate. All helpers on the circuit this afternoon, too many to name, but please a big hand of applause, and most of all to the riders and you the spectators for coming and visiting Pickering. Right, thank you very much. I think now is the time for Dennis Teasdale to step back to me. Right, Dennis, we're going to set off with the awards this afternoon for the 250cc British Championship. And in 3rd place, would you please welcome local rider number 64, David Knowles.
And a clue, Rob Bradley.
Dave Brown's going to sort the trophies out because Rob Bradley has been waylaid, and back comes Rob Bradley in the nick of time. You can blame the man on the microphone for just not getting it quite right.
Engine measure again, please. Engine measurer.
We are requesting the engine measurer as well, please, this afternoon. There's a huge urgency. So well done, David Knowles. For 3rd place, step on the rostrum, please, David Knowles. Right, David. Well done, David Knowles. In 2nd place this afternoon, he came as the reigning British champion. He set off a little bit on the shaky side, but he got the bike sorted out, he found the settings, and he had some brilliant wins. He gave us a superb afternoon's racing. He went into the final 1 point adrift. Please welcome, in 2nd place, number 75, Lee Street.
Keep going on over here, all right, taking pictures.
And the winner this afternoon in 99 and 2000, he did well on the 350 class. Last year he started to develop the Honda 4-stroke engine that was brought in from the United States. This year he's dropped a surprise on us We knew he was developing a KTM. He decided to take the chance today to try and win the British 250 title. That's exactly what he's done. A huge round of applause for the very well respected and liked Neil Taylor. Nice to see some sporting handshakes.
You ready, mate? Yeah.
Come on, Lee, look happy, mate.
Nice small lads, all together, and again. Lovely.
Right, we'd like a quick word with Neil, so if Neil would like to step over here. Right, first of all, Neil, congratulations. It's been a long time coming. When you set off this morning, or rather yesterday, you were working while 9 o'clock last night on this KTM. We all expected the Honda here this afternoon. Was there any doubt in your mind which bike you were going to use?
Not really. It was just, I mean, I rid the KTM down the road, and it seemed to go good enough, and I brought the Honda along. I know that's done the business for me in the past, but no, I wanted to go with the KTM because me and my dad would put a lot of effort into it, and wanted to try and get a result and chase some of them two-strokes.
Well done, Neil, with that. We do know you've done some development work, and it's nice to see 4 strokes coming into the 250 class, particularly with this environmental thing going on as well. Setups this afternoon, like when the first race you went out and it was a little bit on the slick side, the 4-stroke proved its worth, but really did it catch you out down on that Pitts bend? Because at one point we would have thought it may have cost you. Did it catch you out, or were you on the edge?
No, I was riding a bit too defensive, if I was honest. I should have looked over my shoulder and knew that I had enough space to relax and get around the last corner over the checkered flag. But, you know, I'm riding with good lads, and I thought he was right up there, you know, pushing me. I should have just relaxed myself and been a bit more confident. Lost the front wheel. These things happen, you know. I just picked myself up and got myself back going again, you know.
Well, going into the final, you did have Lee Street and David Knowles breathing down your neck. You really had to win that final. How confident were you when you went to the start tapes? Because you obviously had to make the start or not leave a gate at any time in the race.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, I made the start in the first one. I haven't dropped a start all day, so I was sort of half confident. But, you know, any racer will know you get to the final, and that's just the one where you can quite easily miss the start. You know, you've got some good lads. You know, they've won championships the same. And it was hard to go back to the line for the second time and try and make the start again. I just treated it as another race and went to the line and pulled myself together and sorted the job out.
And finally, at Worcester last year, it was an absolute excellent event, and we honestly thought if we can get anywhere near that, we'll do well. We had faith in the track, we had faith in the people that helped us. Are you happy today?
Yeah, I mean, the track road's superb. I mean, in all classes, the 250, 350 and the sidecars, it was superb. There was some close racing, fair racing, and yeah, it was all good. Everybody had a good day's racing.
Thank you very much, Neil Taylor, the 2006 British 250 champion. Right, yeah, the next thing we're going to do now is the 350cc solos. They've been absolutely superb today, and we would like to welcome probably one of the most improved 350 riders in the last couple of years, number 33, Richard Smith. Right, could we please have the engine measurer to the scrutineering area in the pits, please? It's very urgent. The engine measurer to the scrutineering area in the pits. Sorry about cutting in with that. Second, he's really impressed me this afternoon. He came in from reserve. I did forecast he'd do well. Please welcome number 25, Martin Williams. And the winner this afternoon, he came as defending champion. He started his riding career at Pickering and District Motor Club. He's an absolute star. 6 times British champion, number 95, Jason Handley.
Can we have a picture back here? Thanks, do we, mate?
Hang on a bit.
Oh!
Nice fall, lads.
We don't like back here, Fred.
Okay, now you can swear.
Right.
Thank you.
Could we have a word, please, Jason? Well, Brian Curren is saying he's had these Kevlars and he got them cheap. You actually got them given, didn't you, Jason?
No, I wouldn't say that. It was second hand, but I didn't get them given.
Anyway, the first thing I want to say is congratulations on becoming the 350 British champion for a record equaling 6th time. When you came here today, how did you think it was going to go for you? You've ridden Riseborough before, so did you have any thoughts in your head?
Yeah, well, I always struggle on a slick track. I like it rough and bumpy and grippy better, but I'll just keep brain away and do the best I can, really.
John Hamilton has tuned your engines for the last 2 years. I know you just got your engine back in the nick of time. Did you feel it was quick enough today?
Yeah, it didn't. Well, first race or two, it didn't really make any difference. Then it got a bit grippy and it was a bit better after that, really.
Yeah, Jason, you had 1 or 2 cracking races today. Early on you traded blows with Jamie Rodgers, but as the meeting went on you seemed as though you found the setup. What do you do, alter your gearing or are you into carburation?
Yeah, well, I altered gearing a bit and altered my timing. Then it started, just kept it flat out in second gear and just dropped clutch and it just seemed to go forward.
And finally, 2007, are you going to defend your title?
Well, I hope to think so, but you never know, do you?
Right, big round of applause please for Jason Handley. I'm now going to hand you over to Brian Curren. Our guest for the meeting. He's done a fantastic job on commentating the 500 sidecars and thousands. Thank you, Brian.
Cheers. I'm getting too old to do this job, but I still enjoy it. Speakers are fine. I've laid out a lot of tracks, been to a lot of meetings. I've come here today and I've seen one of the best tracks at a British final I've ever seen. So all credit to everybody in the club. Absolutely super track. Right, we'll start with the 1,000 left-handers. Unfortunately, they ended up on a sad note. But first of all, we'll take 3rd place in the 1,000 left-hand chairs, Steve Dowling and Neil Smith. You thought I was going to do the 500s first, didn't you? Well done, boys. Right, we're going to push on pretty quick because for one reason, Bob hasn't got much battery left. Second in the 1,000 left-hand side cars, 2006, number 151, Graham Hilton and Colin Clark. Come on, give them a good round of applause. Graham Hilton, Colin Clark. And the winners of the 1,000 left-hand side cars, 2006 British champions, number 128, Martin Cuff and Steve North. Come on, Ron, it's getting dark. Right, big hand then for Martin Cuff and Steve North. No.
Please call Rob Bradley, urgent.
Rob Bradley to the presentation, please. Rob Bradley to the presentation. It is urgent, I'm told. Very urgent. Rob Bradley, you're wanted at the presentation immediately, please. Right, it's all good fun really. Right, we're going to keep the chats down to a minimum, but Martin and Steve, minute of your time. Martin. Right, quick word, Martin and Steve. Just quick word because time's pushing on. Talking to you before the meeting, and I understand you two guys, you've only actually raced as a team for a short time, haven't you?
Yeah, this is third meeting, and chuffed to bits. Yeah, really done well. Yeah.
Yeah. Early on, I must admit, the old Gayden was smoking a bit, but no problems.
No, that's pretty natural. Went like the wind. Went like the wind. Yeah.
Passengers, the most important people, enjoy it.
Well, I was enjoying it until about 10 minutes ago. No,
yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had a bump. Nobody likes to see anybody getting hurt, but hope they're okay. So thanks very much for your time. Cheers, Martin Coff, Steve North. Right, we're going to move on. The last class of the day, the 500 sidecars. As I think I said earlier, when they came on the scene in 1978, Rob Stoneman, Rolly Bloomfield won it down at Evesham. Everybody thought they were Mickey Mouse outfits. Not so. I must admit, I'm not saying this because I'm stood here with all these blokes around me, but I did stick up for the 500 outfits immediately. They came on the scene, and yeah, I've been to Germany, seen them there, fantastic. So, always been a big supporter of the class, and they're a good bunch of lads. Third today, multi-British champion, didn't seem to have the best of days, but he's still third. He is, of course, Lester Goodwin and Anthony Goodwin. Well done, boys. The pity about the 500 sidecars today, we've got a winner and we've got a second. They should be joint winners, really. I mean, I'm sure Shaun will agree. But what a fantastic final. Two guys who rode together. Shaun passengered Nick 20 years ago to win it at Wimborne. They won the best pairs together at Leamington about 6 weeks ago. They know they can race absolutely within inches of each other because they trust each other. Well, that's what Danny told me anyway. And unfortunately, there has to be a first and a second. This should be a joint first. But second today, by a whisker, literally by a whisker, Nick Radley and Craig Matheson. You're getting old, Nick. Well done, boys. Right, this guy, about 24, 25 years ago, we ran a meeting in Shrewsbury on what is now a housing estate, and he came up all the way from Essex, and it was when we're trying to get 500 outfits get them going, wasn't it really? And I know you came up and you camped, and he woke up the following morning, and the only grass track I've ever run or done a commentary at where it snowed, and he raced in 6 inches of snow. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right there, but I would like to say my mum's looking down on us now, and she'd be happy that we come second and Shaun come first. But I'd also like to thank my wife, my children, Shaun, for nobody knows, but the bike that I'm actually riding belongs to Shaun. The engines are mine, but I thank Shaun for that. And my mechanic Kevin, and Julian for today, thank you very much. And anybody else that I've forgotten, I'm sorry, but thank you very much.
Great bloke. Nick Radley, Craig Matheson. Like I say, it's pity there had to be a first and a second, but that's the way racing is. Champions in 2004. Champions in 2005. I first knew Danny because I've always got on with Raz Palmer, and he's Raz's son-in-law. Shaun I met for the first time 20 odd years ago. They are 2004, 2005 and 2006 British champions Shaun Harvey, Danny Hogg. Sorry?
It'll be 21 years next year, so we've got to win it next year. Number 21 since we last won it. Yeah, that's when Shaun passenger for it.
Oh, but he's going to passenger for you next year.
Yeah.
Ah, right. It seems Mr. Radley has a suggestion. I'll put that to him. 1986, Wimborne. I was there. That was the picture. So he'll passenger for you. I'll get him in a minute, don't worry. It's all right, we're waffling on. Come on, Ron, let's have some pictures. That's a good job you don't race an outfit, Ron. We'd still be going round. Right, thank you very much. Let's hear it for Lester Goodwin, Anthony Goodwin, Nick Radley, Craig Matheson, Shaun Harvey and Danny Hogg. He's Lester, you wouldn't talk to me earlier. You still won't. Shaun, come here. Hey, he can't talk. I used to love it when Raz won the British final because he'd rabbit on for about 2 hours, you know.
Yeah, he only done it once.
Hey, seriously, right. Did you, Nick, say it's 20 years since you won it? It's 21 years next year, so you're going to passenger Nick and you're going to win it next year as a passenger. Seriously, what a superb meeting for the 500 chairs.
It must have been fantastic to watch. I mean, the final was unbelievable. I just couldn't shake him off. Every time I looked around, he's there, and I think, Jesus Christ, get away.
Yeah, I mean, to watch, it was fantastic, and I know I'm right in saying that you can race close to Nick, you know, and you trust each other, you know each other, and there's no danger at all. Whereas one or two of the outfits you try and tend to keep away from, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, we do ride very close with Nick, and obviously Lester as well, you know. It does make a difference who you're racing up against, and to race against them sort of people is just fantastic for us.
Yeah, the only thing is we haven't won the European Championship yet. Any thoughts on that?
I don't know, we'll see in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, seriously, it's time we did well in Europe, you know. I mean, Tommy Coonert and all that, who are they, you know? Time a British outfit won it, seriously won it, you know. So anyway, you two lads have got a long way home like me, so thanks for your time, and thanks from everybody for putting on an absolute superb afternoon's entertainment. It's been brilliant. Thanks to that fellow over there as well. Oh, come on. Make it quick.
I'd just like to say that if England, the football team, can't do it, let's hope that one of the English crew can do it.
Yeah. Well done. Right, British champion, Shaun Harvey, Danny Hogg. Well done. See ya. See you, Shaun. Simon, back to you. Thank you for asking me. Enjoyed it.
Brian, you're welcome anytime at Pickering Motor Club. Your commentary's superb. I would like, before everybody goes, there are 2 more awards, and also what I'd like to point out, I would like everybody to give a huge round of applause, because without this bloke, this meeting would not have happened. For Rob Bradley, please. I think Rob's got problems at the moment, he's sorting, but thank you, Rob, from all at Pickering and District Motor Club and the committee, and I'm sure everybody here has enjoyed his input into this meeting today. Now, Brian Barker is a rider who comes and rides at Pickering, and Brian wanted to make 2 awards of some money and some oil, one for a good turnout and clean setup of the bikes, and 2 for design. Now, for the 250cc is selected for his design in building his own frame, Mark Collins. Well done, Mark. Brian was really taken with the design of your bike. I guess you're a very skilled guy in that area.
Well, I just enjoy it. I enjoy making the bike as much as I do riding it. So it's just part of the sport.
Well, I'm glad you're up from Bristol, aren't you? Yeah. And it's very good to see you. I've commentated on you before down at Swindon. So please, Mark, take this as some money in that envelope, and that's from Brian Barker. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In the 350s, Brian's chosen for his clean turnout at all times this afternoon. He's kept his bike absolutely immaculate. He's also done the business on the track. He's previously been on the podium in the championships. Number 19, Dave Mears. Well done, Dave, but you did have machine problems today.
Done 2 engines today, one in practice, one in my third heat. So we ended up riding my boy's bike for the last heat and the final. So,
well, I'm amazed at your gating capabilities. You are the best gator seen in Yorkshire, I can tell you that.
It's all these pies.
There must be Yorkshire puddings, mate. That's what they need to be. Anyway, from Brian Barker, don't just lose that. There's a little bit of money in there.
Thanks, Brian.
Great turnout. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for the club.
Thank you. Right. That is it today from Pickering and District Motor Club. We hope you've enjoyed yourselves. We believe we've put a super circuit on, and hopefully we'll run another big meeting someday with all your support. Thank you. 2006 British champions, well done.